Yeah, it's not a yellow brick road, but the road to state. It's been paved by a pair of teams from the 260. Bishop Dwenger, they'll play for a 4A state title on Saturday. Bishop Luers playing for a 3A championship on Friday. For Luers, the Knights making some history last week here on the Highlight Zone with a 35-zip win over Knox. The program winning its 19th semi-state crown. That is the most for any program in the entire state of Indiana. But what they like even more than that, how about their first ever state title in Class 3A? Bishop Luers versus Cascade. It is your Highlight Zone game of the week. Luers coming in with 12 state titles in program history, all those though in 2A. Cascade, meanwhile, making it to state for the first time in their program's history. First quarter, it was all Cascade. Cadets offense averaging almost 55 points a game coming in. Dayton Mink capping off Cascade's first drive with a touchdown. PAT no good though. 6-0 Cascade in the lead. After a Luers punt, more from that Cascade offense. Brady Trebley to Delton Howry. This is a 9-yard strike for a touchdown, and it's 13-zip Cascade. After a 3-and-out by the Knights, ball back to Cascade, and Trebley calling his own number this time. 19-0 Cascade at the end of the first. Luers digging itself an early hole. But here is something they'd like to see. Second quarter, they get some life in that Luers offense. TJ Epperson, the sophomore, watch him stretch across the goal line for a touchdown. It's 19-7. Luers still trailing, but on the scoreboard. Luers defense waking up as well. Dallas Mata, man, has he come on the second half of this season? He forces the fumble. Rory Kelly scoops up the loose ball, and it's a Luers football, but the Knights wouldn't be able to capitalize. Ensuing drive, they give it right back. Toby Savini, as the ball comes out, he recovers for Cascade. Cascade would add a field goal late to go up 22-7 at the half. Third quarter action. Cascade try to go for the dagger, but Darian Carswell says no. A little PBU in the end zone. That was on fourth down, so turnover on down. Still 22-7 heading into the fourth quarter after a scoreless third. Fourth quarter action. It's Epperson. And check out how his teammates come to his rescue. They push him across the goal line, the sophomore, with his second TD of the game, and it's now just 22-14 with just over 7 minutes left. But Cascade, they rushed for 293 yards on the game. Mink again finishes off this drive with a touchdown as Luers falls 29-14 to Cascade. Second year in a row that the Knights are the 3A state runner-up. Josh Ayan has more on the Knights from Indianapolis.
Trailing 19-0 at the end of the first quarter, things were looking really bleak for Bishop Luers in this game. But hey, credit to Kyle Lindsey's crew for their resiliency, their ability to battle back and cut this deficit down to 1 score in the fourth quarter. And that never say die attitude, that is what Coach Lindsey hopes his team can look back on once the emotions settle from this game.
We were feeling hope. We're a really tough team. Our coaches coach us to be resilient and face adversity. So, we were just ready and we were going to play it like the score was 0-0. I love these guys, they're so great, and we hold each other accountable, we push each other to be great, and I feel like that brotherly love is what kept us in this game. I'm super proud of everybody. We fight, we keep going, and, not a lot of people get to be here, so we're blessed. It's all God's will for us to be here, and, even though we didn't get what we wanted, you really can't be that mad at the situation.
Their ability to just stick together and to, like we talk about all the time, just focus on the next rep. You have to put the last rep behind you. Whether it went well, it didn't go well. You can control what you can control. That's been a message that we've really encouraged the kids, communicated to the kids since most of them were freshmen with us. So, yeah, it stinks whenever you get here and you lose, but the journey is, more than half the enjoyment of this game. What it took to get here, and like I said, I couldn't be prouder of a group of kids, 9 through 12, but in particular the senior bunch.
Bishop Luers ends their season with a 9-6 record and is Class 3A state runner-up for a second straight season. And because of their ability to get to Lucas Oil for back-to-back years, the Knights are actually going to move up to Class 4A starting next season. From Lucas Oil Stadium, I'm Josh Ayan with Flame 15 Sports.